Seoul's Chinatown, a place thick with tension and fear. In a dark alleyway, footsteps echo, and shadows move with ruthless intent. A gang has come to take over, their brutal reputation preceding them. But one man stands in their way, a detective known for his iron fists and unyielding spirit. The quiet streets of Garabong are about to ignite, and a deadly game of survival is about to begin. Will this one detective be able to stop the city from descending into chaos? Our story takes us to 2004 in Garabong, a district in Seoul that has seen its share of violence. This neighborhood is no stranger to crime, but when a Chinese gang led by the cold and calculating Jang Chin arrives, things take a sinister turn. Jang and his men have one goal: to take control of every criminal enterprise in the area, including loan sharking, extortion, and protection rackets. His methods are brutal, and his approach to business leaves no room for mercy. The local police force is led by Detective Ma Suk-do, a powerhouse known for his unconventional methods. Ma doesn't rely on his badge to solve problems. He's known for using his fists to make a point. The people of Garabong know him as a no-nonsense cop who isn't afraid to get his hands dirty. But as Jang Chen's gang begins to terrorize the locals, Ma realizes that this new threat might be unlike anything he's ever faced. Just as Ma starts digging into Jang's background, he discovers something chilling. This isn't just about money and power. Jang Chen is on a mission to dominate at any cost. With lives at stake, Ma knows that failure is not an option.
The Hyuksapa gang, led by Jang Chen, doesn't take long to establish its presence. They systematically begin taking over the area's criminal activities, beginning with small businesses. Store owners and restaurant managers are given a stark choice: pay up or face brutal consequences. Jang Chen's methods are efficient and terrifying. His two main enforcers, Wei Sungrak and Yang Tae, handle all dissent with extreme violence, leaving fear in their wake.
I don't have so many subscribers, and sometimes it makes me feel very lonely and deeply hurted. Can you please subscribe and click the bell icon? It'll help, and I'll have a reason to be close to you.
Meanwhile, Ma Suk-do and his team are feeling the pressure. They try to put a stop to the gang's activities, but every raid and every arrest seems to accomplish nothing. Jang Chen's men are well trained, and their leader is always a step ahead. Realizing that conventional methods aren't going to work, Ma decides to go rogue, targeting Jang's operation at its core. He plans to hit them where it hurts most, cutting off their money flow and dismantling their support network. The stakes escalate when Ma's team raids a hideout, only to find out they've walked into a trap. For the first time, Ma realizes that he's facing an opponent who's as calculated as he is ruthless. Ma Suk-do doubles down, hitting the gang's loan sharking operations and intercepting their money laundering channels. His actions anger Jang Chen, who responds by escalating the violence, sending a clear message to anyone who dares oppose him. The streets become blood-stained battlegrounds, and the police force is stretched thin. Meanwhile, Ma's unrelenting approach attracts criticism from his superiors, but he's beyond caring. His only focus is to rid Garabong of this menace. Despite his fierce determination, Ma begins to realize just how far-reaching Jang's influence is. The mob boss manipulates local businesses, loan sharks, and even some corrupt officials to keep his empire growing. With every step Ma takes, it seems like Jang's network tightens around him, threatening to trap him in a web of violence and corruption. Just when things couldn't look bleaker, a trusted ally within Ma's department becomes a target. This personal attack only fuels Ma's rage, pushing him to take even greater risks. Out of desperation, Ma forms an unlikely alliance with John Il-man, the leader of a local Korean gang that's also being squeezed out by Jang Chen. Though John's gang has its own criminal activities, they recognize the greater threat Jang Chen poses. This alliance is tense, with both sides wary of betrayal, but the combined effort is their best hope of stopping Jang. Together, they gather information on Hyuksapa's operations, coordinating raids and attacks to destabilize the enemy. As their attacks intensify, Jang Chen's gang grows more desperate, lashing out with increasing violence. For every win, Ma and his allies suffer losses. Each confrontation in the narrow alleys of Garabandong is a brutal fight for survival, with both sides suffering casualties. Ma's single-minded pursuit of justice blurs the line between right and wrong, and his own men start to wonder if their leader is becoming as dangerous as the criminals they're fighting. Just when Ma thinks he's making headway, he stumbles upon a secret that shakes him to his core. This war is about to get personal, and Ma realizes he's up against a twisted mind capable of anything. The story reaches its peak in an explosive showdown. With his team and a few loyal allies, Ma plans an all-out raid on Jiang Chen's stronghold, aiming to end the gang's reign once and for all. The raid is a chaotic, blood-soaked battle. The narrow alleyways of Chinatown turn into a deadly maze where survival depends on instinct and brute force. As bullets fly and fists connect, Ma finally confronts Jiang in a brutal hand-to-hand battle. Jiang Chen isn't just a mastermind, he's a skilled fighter, and the confrontation between him and Ma is raw, visceral, and intense. Both men are fighting not just for control, but for survival, each blow fueled by the bloodlust of a personal vendetta. In the end, Ma's relentless determination wins out, and with one final, devastating blow, he brings Jiang Chen's empire to its knees. The aftermath is bittersweet. Ma may have won, but the cost of victory is steep. As he stands amidst the ruins, he realizes that the scars left by this war will never fully heal.
As the dust settles, the streets are eerily quiet. The once bustling district, now freed from Jiang Chen's grip, has paid a high price for its liberation. Ma Suk-du stands alone, victorious yet haunted by the violence he unleashed. This isn't just a story of law versus crime. It's a tale of sacrifice, of a man who crossed every line to protect his city. The journey has changed him forever, a reminder that even heroes have their limits and that justice sometimes comes at an unimaginable cost.